We have a very big young crowd today. Thank you all for coming. Madam Rahayu Mazam, Senior Parliamentary Secretary, Ministry of Health and Ministry of Law, Mr. Cheng Wai Keong, Chairman of Sing Health, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today for the CGH 88th Anniversary Health Awareness Lesson. Today, we will be sharing with you the key concepts on staying healthy, especially in our golden years. From the beginning of times, there have been wishes by many to stay young and healthy forever. From the fountain of youth, where one can restore their youth just by drinking or bathing in its water, to the elixir of life during Qin Dynasty, where 500 young men and women were sent for a voyage to seek for the pill of immortality. Living well without diseases has been a well-sought ideal for centuries. What is aging then? It's a process that changes a young adult into an older adult whose body system function progressively deteriorates with time and increases the risk of illness and eventual death. This process happens when the accumulation of damages in the body, which decreases the physical and mental capability of the body to function well, which in turn increases the risk of disease. Do we have a choice to age healthily? Yes, we do. Healthy aging is the development and maintenance of functional ability that enable a person to live well. Functional ability means having the health-related qualities to enable a person to be and do what they value most. Functional ability consists of two parts: the intrinsic capacity, which is the reserve of the body, and mental strength, and its interaction with the environment that shapes and influences it, such as home and community. Intrinsic capacity is like the battery reserve, like 10% you're left, okay? And the environment is a charging cable, which you can boost it up to 100%. When your phone battery is 100%, you can play YouTube, you can play your games for many hours. We are fortunate to have seen a huge jump in our life expectancy from 50 years old only during the 1950s to 80s now in 2021. We managed to live longer by 30 years within 2 generations. For females, you are very lucky because you can live 5 more years extra. Really. So among our audience today, if you are 65 to 74, from a geriatric point of view, you are still considered very young. But what is more remarkable is our healthy life expectancy. We can live very healthy until the age of 74, and we are ranked as one of the world highest in 2019. It has improved from 66 years old just 30 years ago. This chart shows the expected years of living with disability. As our life expectancy is about 84 and we can live healthily until 74, this means we spend average of 10 years living with disability or disease. So can we reduce our time spent living with disease or disability? Is this even possible? Yes, we will need, that's why all of you are here today. We will need to understand the concepts of frailty and the choices that we can make to change the myth of fountain of youth into reality. What is frailty? It is a dynamic and evolving state of health which involves a gradual loss of inbuilt reserve. This leads to reduction of function of our body, which increases our vulnerability to stress. Frailty can be prevented, reversed, or delayed in the early stages and managed in the later stages. This can be done through early detection and interventions that can optimize the functional ability via optimization of our intrinsic capacity with the help of a supportive environment. Frailty happens when an individual has reduced overall reserve, much like a battery low situation, which can be contributed by these four things: weakening of our multiple body system, low physical activity, malnutrition, and social isolation. These will all create a weakened state, which is the frailty. And when a stressor happens, you'll be more prone to all these three: falls, delirium, which is acute confusional state, and increased risk of disability. In this graph, what separates an older adult who can stay independent versus dependent is your functional ability. Your functional ability means your battery is fully charged. So when you start off with a high reserve, when there's a stress such as a urine infection, there'll be a drop in your function, but you can recover very fast. But if you start off lower, when there's a drop in function, it will take a longer period to recover, and you might not go back to where you were before. So this is the main difference between a frail person and a robust person. This is a summary of many impacts of frailty on our health. A frailer person with low reserve will be more prone to all these impacts. There are also poorer outcomes for frail patients following surgery. I would like to share a story of one of my oldest patients who was operated at 103 years old. Yes, you hear it right. Who's so crazy to operate on the 103, right? Yes. So what happened is, after a thorough assessment, this patient was found to have a very good reserve and was still walking. The medical condition was very well managed, and we managed to offer the surgery. I'm happy to share this patient managed to walk home after fixing the hip and managed to live well for a few more years. We mentioned earlier that frailty is a dynamic condition, which means it can be changed. With increasing frailty, there will be increasing disability. But the good news is, if you are in the early stages, which what we call CFS 1 to 3, and frail, which is CFS 4 to 6, it's reversible. What can we do to help maintain or reverse frailty? We can aim to optimize the intrinsic capacity, which is the reserve, the dotted lines. With the correct support with the environment, the green lines, we can optimize our functional ability, which is a black color line, so that we can stay healthy and enjoy the things that we want to do. I would also like to introduce the concept of sarcopenia, which is often an important risk factor for physical frailty. Sarcopenia is derived from the Greek language. Sarx means flesh, and penia means loss. So sarcopenia means poverty of flesh, and it's coined by Rosenberg. Basically, it means it's an age-related loss of muscle with loss of strength associated with reduction in ability to perform physical tasks in adults above 65 years old. Once sarcopenia sets in, it can cause limitations in physical ability at 4 years, slowness in activity at 7 years, and increased mortality at 10 years. The main intervention is exercise and nutrition. Thus, this means that as we all grow older, we will all suffer from disability, diseases, and frailty. Although this diagram shows some crossover, it is important to note that healthy aging does not mean all aging person will go through this path. Growing old itself does not equal to disease or disability. Although as we grow older, we'll be more prone to being frail as our reserves are being depleted. Frailty does not equal to disability or increased diseases. Live to 100. Secrets of Blue Zone is a documentary that is still currently showing in Netflix. It's about observation of healthy centenarians that is observed around the globe. The concept of Blue Zone was first introduced by Michael Pullein and Gianni Pes. They draw blue circles around the map if they found a high number of concentrations of healthy centenarians. Dan Butner further added 4 more areas. In fact, he named Singapore as a 6th blue zone location. We are very lucky to stay here. Okay. What was observed that works in blue zone can be summarized into these 4 main themes: outlook in life, eat wisely, move naturally, and social connection. And this brings us back to the topic of our day. How can we stay healthy above 65 years old? First is to consciously make healthy lifestyle choices. Second, ensure adequate nutrition. Third, ensure appropriate amount of physical activity. And fourth, foster social connection. In making lifestyle choice, it is important to note that smoking is the leading cause of premature death. Quitting smoking can add as much as 10 years to your life. Smoking also increases the risk of dementia. Secondly, moderate our alcohol intake. The recommendation is 2 standard drinks per day for males and 1 standard drink for the females. So if you are male in this manner, you are very lucky because you can drink more, you know. However, use of excessive alcohol can increase the risk of high blood pressure, liver diseases, poor sleep, and depression. We can also choose the behaviors that reduce risk of injury, such as using protective helmets during high-risk activities, such as cycling to reduce head trauma. Protect our skin with skin protection when we're going outdoors to reduce the risk of skin cancer. Wear sunglasses when you go out to reduce the risk of cataract. We can also protect our hearing by using earplugs to avoid excessive noise and go for regular hearing screen. Older adults will need 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, as lack of sleep can cause poor coordination, judgment, and slower reaction time. If you're nodding off by now, don't worry. As long as you get up by the end of the talk, you're okay. Why? Because short naps less than 30 minutes before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, okay, is associated with reduced heart events and reduced mortality. Say no to obesity. Aim for a healthy BMI of 18.5 to 22.9, as obesity will lead to multiple diseases. Prevention is important and should start early in life, as reversal of obesity is often very challenging. Especially in our local context, we have so many yummy food: nasi lemak, chicken rice, biryani mutton. Very hard, very hard. This paper from Lancet summarizes the 12 risk factors that might prevent and delay up to 40% of dementia. There's a number of the risk factors that are actually related to lifestyle choices, such as protection against hearing loss and traumatic head injury, amount of alcohol intake, obesity, and smoking cessation. Dementia is often a debilitating disease and is progressive once it sets in. The second concept on how to live healthy above 65 is nutrition. As we grow older, calorie need might decrease. However, some macro and micronutrients needs will increase. Some examples of macronutrients are our major food groups, such as carbohydrate, protein, and fats. Some examples of micronutrients are vitamins, such as vitamin A, B, C, D, and E. And some examples of minerals are calcium, zinc, and potassium. Some age-related factors might affect the intake of nutrition, such as less active lifestyle, poorer digestion, poorer sense of taste, smell, and sight, dental issues, and swallowing problem. What is healthy eating? It means choosing the right type and amount of food. A healthy diet will provide you with the energy to maintain independence and reduce risk of sarcopenia and frailty. My Healthy Plate concept by Health Promotion Board consists of 3 different food groups that will help guide a balanced and healthy meal. This plate is suitable for everyone, even patients with diabetes. For adults 51 and above, outlined in red, this is the recommended number of servings per day for each food group. For carbohydrate, which is the brown rice and wholemeal bread group, you will need 4 to 6 servings per day. For fruit and vegetables, you will need 2 servings for each group. For meat and others, you will need 3 servings of protein each day, and out of that, 1 have to be a dairy or calcium-rich group. Carbohydrate is one of the macronutrients in our diet. It provides the main source of energy for our body's daily activities. We can choose healthier carbohydrates, I know, but it doesn't taste very nice, right? Such as whole grain product, brown or red rice, or wholemeal bread. Our brain will need continuous supply of glucose in order to function. Meat and other food group provides protein and calcium. Proteins such as meat, fish, and tofu helps to repair and build parts of our body, maintain muscle mass and strength. Dairy and calcium group will help to prevent osteoporosis. The next food group, fruits and vegetables. These are good sources of carbohydrates and fibers. They are naturally low in calories, fats, and sodium. More importantly, they provide our main source of fiber and are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. A healthy diet rich in fruits and vegetables will protect us from many diseases. The high water and fiber content also helps to make us feel full earlier and prevent overeating. This is a sample of what 1 serving of different food group means. Please take note. 1 amount of serving of rice, half a bowl, is approximately 100 grams. That's 1 serving of carbohydrate. This is a sample menu on how to achieve the recommended serving of nutrition per day. For example, breakfast, you will need 1 serving of protein, which is 1 glass of milk, and 1 serving of carbohydrate, which is the toasted bread. This is the second example of a healthier meal plan for a day. Do try to take 8 glasses of fluids per day, unless medically advised for fluid restriction. I would like to invite our CGH Principal Dietitian, Ms. Chong Hsien, to help with food demonstration. Who would like to try selecting some food for breakfast? Wow, okay. Can we invite 1 participant to the microphone to select some food from the selection?
Okay, I just like to share, I'm actually a bit overweight. So actually I tried to change my choice for breakfast. So usually now I have 2 slices of wholemeal bread, a glass of milk, and an apple for breakfast. So I don't know whether is this the right choice.
Actually, that's very healthy.
So I made the right choice.
Yes, very good. So you chose bread, milk, and also apple. I will say extra point for choosing apple. Okay, so for breakfast, very important, you need 1 carbohydrate and 1 protein. So you go extra above by adding in the fruit. Well done. Okay, Hsien will show us what other variation that we can do for breakfast. So an egg sandwich will make your breakfast even healthier because the egg can increase your protein. Remember, as we grow old, sarcopenia sets in. You will need protein to build our muscle. Thank you for participating. For lunch or dinner, who would like to select now? Yes, want to try? Okay.
Okay, for lunch I will take brown rice,
Good choice.
a chicken drumstick, and a salad.
Well done. Thank you for participating. I would like to add, don't forget, we need our fruits too. Okay? So for lunch or dinner, it is important to have 1 serving of each of carbohydrate, protein, vegetables, and fruits. 午餐或晚餐要吃1份饭、1份肉、1份菜和1份水果。Untuk makan tengah hari atau makan malam, sila pilih 1 nasi, 1 daging, 1 sayur, dan 1 buah. Thank you, Hsien. In addition to my healthy plate, a Mediterranean diet which uses olive oil and high content of vegetable, nuts, and fruits will help to reduce inflammation, improves gut bacteria, immune system, and reduces heart disease. As we grow older, skin production of vitamin D is not enough. Hence, vitamin D supplementation might be needed if the level is low, especially below 30. Some foods that are high in vitamin D are oily fishes such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Some examples of fortified vitamin D food are margarine, dairy products, cereal, eggs, and liver. These can help to reduce frailty, sarcopenia, falls, and osteoporosis. Many diseases and medication might deplete the protein balance in our aging body and cause rapid loss of body muscle. Hence, protein intake is an important part of sarcopenia prevention. The third part of our living healthy above 65 is the hardest: exercise. Only 39.8% of Singaporean adults above 50 years old engage in regular physical activity. Aging is often accompanied with physical inactivity. Exercise or physical activities can help to improve endurance, strength, flexibility, and maintain our ability to walk and be independent. It can also improve our overall mood and even increase our life expectancy. Singapore Physical Activity Guidelines adopts the WHO guideline on physical activity, and there's a dedicated segment for older adults. Exercise can have many impacts on our mental well-being. It can help to reduce risk of developing anxiety by 39%, depression by 34%, and dementia by 45%. As can be seen in the red circle, the risk of dementia, falls, and frailty is also reduced for older adults who exercise. What is recommended is 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity per week. I know this sounds a lot, right? 300, how to achieve? How? 1 hour each day will do. 1 hour each day, Then you can rest for Saturday, Sunday. That will be enough. But remember to include 2 to 3 days a week of muscle strengthening activities and balance exercises such as Tai Chi. What is moderate intensity? There are many ways to assess it, and one of the simplest ways is talk test. Moderate intensity is when you're doing the exercise, you can still talk but cannot sing. If you can still sing karaoke, that's too low intensity, you have to work harder. Okay? But if you're unable to talk, then it's considered high intensity. What are the common challenges in keeping to an exercise program? Some older adults might be afraid of falling, so they don't dare to exercise. Some are from lack of confidence of their own ability. And some of the common attitudes are like, I'm so old already, let me relax lah. Why you want me to do exercise when I'm already 65 or 80? So how can we start to encourage ourselves to start doing some form of physical activities or exercise? We can start by regular participation of moderate intensity activities such as brisk walking. We can start small, start with 10 to 15 minutes first, that can be accumulated to 1 hour a day. And also we can try to build our activity into our routine. So if you see the lift, right, don't take it, run to the steps and climb. Now we will demonstrate some exercise that you can do at home. I would like to invite our CGH physiotherapist, Mr. Marcus Lee, on stage to demonstrate the first exercise, sit to stand. This exercise can help to improve your posture and control of your body. It also targets major muscle groups such as thigh and buttocks. This will help prevent knee pain and sarcopenia. To prepare for this exercise, this one you all just see only. To prepare for this exercise, sit upright on the chair, step on the resistance bands with both feet, keep your feet shoulder width apart. Keep your elbows at your side and hold the band tightly. Next, get ready to stand. As you stand up straight, maintain the tension of the band and slowly sit back down. Please repeat this 10 times in sets of 2, and this exercise can help to maintain your strength in walking and help reduce fall. Now, we would like to invite everyone for a seated Theraband exercise. Please reach into your goodie bag, take out the light blue Theraband. This one you have to do. The first exercise is called shoulder flexion. This will help to strengthen your shoulder muscles that can help with your arm strength. Light blue one. The dark blue one is for more stronger. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try the dark blue. But let's start with the light blue to warm up. So to prepare for this exercise, sit upright on the chair. Step on your resistance band on your right foot. Right foot, Keep your elbows straight with hands in front of you. Grip the band tightly. The feet should be on the same line as your knee. Those who are ready can start pulling. So you can start to pull the band up above your head and slowly bring your hand down. And you can try to challenge yourself to hold it for 5 seconds if you can, to help to build muscle endurance. This will make your muscle strength last longer. And you can repeat it 10 times for 2 sets. Shoulder flexion strength can help with our daily activities, such as combing hair, dressing, and eating. Well done. Some more got, The next exercise we can do while seated is called hip flexion. This one a bit more tricky. To prepare for this exercise, sit upright on the chair also. Step on the resistance band on your left foot now. Okay? Place your resistance bands over your right thigh. Allow for the band to hang just a little bit lower on your right thigh. Then grip your band tightly with your right hand. Okay? I repeat again. Step on your left foot. Hang the resistance band on your right thigh, then grip the Theraband on your right hand. Now, lift up your right knee towards the sky. You can try to challenge yourself by pulling down the resistance band more. This hip flexion exercise will help with getting up from bed, climbing up and down the stairs, and truncal control. Please do remember to complete your left side too for equal strength. Thank you everyone for participating. Thank you, Marcus. Now we are all warmed up. There's a few centers that I would like to introduce to you all. Gym Tonic has strength training, which anyone can sign up. There are multiple locations and it's good for people who are looking for strengthening exercise to add in. Nearer to the east, that's St. Andrew Community Hospital. And this is a summary of the evidence of exercise benefits. The last part of the talk is about social connection. It's an important part of living well above 65 years old. Humans are inherent social creatures. By participating in the community, we will become a part of the community, which creates influence onto each another. This influence helps promote positive health outcomes. In fact, there's a study that supports this. A person with a stronger social relationship will have 50% chances of continuing to live. And it can affect our life through these three pathways. Health behavioral pathway means certain behaviors can be adopted by the same circle of friends. For example, if you have more acquaintances, you will be less likely to adopt the bad behaviors. So if you got 20 versus 10, you are more likely to have a better lifestyle. So please say hello to your person on your right and to your left, so you can increase your numbers to 20. Okay. Social ties also can help us. Can also help improve our strength and our mental health. For physiological pathway, it can help affect our stress level. Even though you're not stressed, like me now, you'll still be stressed if you're alone. So in summary, this is the 4 key concepts that I would like to share today. Living well, growing old is not our choice, or it can be our choice, but growing healthy can be our choice. 我们可以选择身体健康, kesehatan badan adalah dalam genggaman kita. Arogiam unggal kaigaleo. We can make the fountain of youth into reality if we start practicing some of these 4 concepts. Thank you.